everybody, welcome back to Harris Family Adventures. If you're new here, my name is Heather, my son's name is Reese, and my husband's name is Justin. In 3 days, Reese and I are going to Italy. So go ahead and stay tuned if you want to see our packing video. That's right, I am back with another packing video. So in the past, we've done some packing for Branson, and then for Justin and I for Mexico, and this one is kind of throwing me for a loop, guys. I have never been to Europe. So the other videos I had packed like a week or two beforehand, and it's Tuesday and we leave Friday, and I'm feeling really stressed. I have spent the morning trying to get euros, then decided it's a whole thing, but I think we're gonna do it. I had said we were gonna pack, and then I was just not feeling it, but then I got a McDonald's Diet Coke because there is nothing better in the world, and I feel like we can do it now. So what we're gonna do first is we're gonna go over the list that I have. Now, one of the things I will be packing is my new Rick Steves Italy book, and I just noticed he has a list too. When I glanced through it, I'm pretty sure everything on his list I have that I wanna take. Like, he has camera equipment, like we don't have camera equipment, but you know. Okay, here's my plan. And I would say comment below, but you guys aren't gonna see this till we get back. So, I mean, you can comment below for others. That would be great. Let's make a community out of this. We are just doing a backpack and a carry-on each. So Reese will have like a, regular size carry-on. You'll see that in a bit. I will have one, and then we'll each have our backpack. So I sorted it kind of into, I don't know, here's the deal. For me, in my backpack, I want to have our passports and vaccination cards. If you saw the Mexico video, I have little holders that hold both of those. So that will be there. I also like to print things out. So I will have all of our flight confirmation information as well as all of our tour information. So we are going through Gate 1 escorted tours. And so I have several copies of that. I will have a copy. I will leave a copy here at home with Justin, and then I know my parents want a copy. Oh, if you see, I have kind of started packing a little bit. Emergency numbers, again, if you've watched before, this is something I always just have in my wallet. It's just the actual phone numbers of probably 10 of our closest family. So if something were to happen and I didn't have access to my phone with the stored phone numbers, I actually have their phone numbers. So I will have that with me. Pens, it's just always a good idea to have a couple of pens. Money. So as of this point, we will just be traveling with US currency. We do have a debit card that is connected to our bank and to MasterCard. And so we will be attempting to use an ATM when we land in Venice and get some euros that way. I plan on using my credit card when at all possible for purchases, but I know that sometimes it's just nice, and especially like for tipping and that type of thing, I would like some small bills. I don't know, that's a real big question mark. We'll see, but I do have US currency that I am taking. Our phones, I have phones plural. I don't think Reese will take his phone. He has a Gab phone, which is great, but it's a little bit limited in what it can do. We might end up taking it because it's pretty small, but for sure, my phone. Okay, now all of the headphones. So if you watched about Mexico, you know that you got to travel with a lot of headphones. So we will be taking for both of us a set of regular, like universal jack headphones. Those work really well if you have some kind of in-flight entertainment that's in the seat. I will also be taking my pair of wireless headphones. We only have one pair of that, but like, when we go for our walks, we'll listen to a podcast, and Reese will wear one and I'll wear one, and it works just fine. So that's our plan, is just to take one in case we want to listen to something on my phone. We would have to agree, but we have the same kind of taste in things. And then also headphones for the phone. So again, if there's something, now, why would you need both if something on your phone? A, it's easier to share on the wireless one, and B, because my phone battery hasn't been great lately and I have a portable charger, that charger might need to be plugged into my phone, and then the wireless headphones allow me to still use it and listen to things. It's very cord heavy kind of thing. I have a set of cards, or a deck of cards, I guess. They're small. I'm just gonna throw this in there. That way, if we do have a long layover or something, we can play games, just the two of us. Trash is a really good one to play for two people, so we can do something like that. Wet wipes, these are the sanitizing wet wipes. So I think I still have 2 packages. Because they did a really good job when we went to Mexico giving us wet wipes to wipe down things. So I don't think we used any of the package that I had taken. So I think we have 2 packages of that. I'll probably just put one in my backpack and then the other one in the carry-on that's going over our heads. Phone charger. Again, this is I'll take the regular phone charger and the portable phone charger. So that way, if we do have access to an outlet, but like I've said, sometimes those outlets in the seats I find are not very good. And I know my portable charger can charge my phone really quickly. So I will have both of them available to me, but I'm not gonna bank on just being able to plug one into the wall. I'll use that if possible and if it seems to be working. So that should be 2 phone chargers. A water bottle. So I will show this to you when we're actually packing. I got a collapsible one from Amazon. So it's really cool. It folds down to a very small size. It does only hold 20 ounces. There's just that balance between like, I'd like it to hold more, but also I didn't want it to be too big and still collapsible and all that kind of stuff. So I will have the collapsible water bottle. And then my last thing on my list is a scarf. I actually got one of those really big scarves that can kind of act as a blanket also, because I tend to always be cold in an airplane. And so I will plan on taking that with me in my backpack. For Reese's, this is pretty simple. Right now, I just have his headphones will go in there and then a blanket. So that's not very big. I think he's decided he wants to take his Chromebook. He does have his own Chromebook. And honestly, since I don't have a computer of my own, it would be kind of nice. Sometimes it's nice just to have an actual computer. And I believe the bus when we have our travel days has Wi-Fi, and I know all of our hotels have Wi-Fi. And I'm assuming most of the airports will. So it will be nice to have a computer, so that, now that I'm thinking about it, will probably also go in his backpack for easy accessibility. Okay, so then in my like actual carry-on, and I don't know that we'll split it like my clothes and Reese's clothes because he doesn't have as much as I do. So, but the things that I don't need accessible, but I want to take, of course, undergarments of all kinds. And it gets a little broad here. I just have shirts, shorts, and dresses. So I had planned on pretty much wearing a couple of skirts and then shorts, but the more I read, the more specific they are about like knees and shoulders have to be covered. And when you're in a lot of the religious sites, and we are visiting a religious site almost every day, it's also going to be hot. So I think my go-to is going to be mainly dresses. So that's what you see laid out there. I actually just tried one on. It didn't quite go over my knees, so I don't know if that'll make the cut. But I think they are just easier in that they're cooler. They're not good for the whole like capsule wardrobe thing of taking like 5 tops and 4 bottoms and then mixing and matching. Yeah. So I've got to kind of still sort that out. We're just very, very preliminary here. Jewelry, again, I just have jewelry once I decide what I'm taking, and I'm gonna stick very simple. So probably these studs, probably my pearl studs, and then probably I just have some gold circles, just very simple, nothing too fancy. Sunglasses, that's gonna be really important. Pajamas, which is also one of the reasons I hadn't started packing, is because the pajamas I want to take are right now in the washer. So I got some time on that one. And then shoes and socks. Guys, I bought some Champs, I think. I don't know. It's like supposed to be a good brand. I have terrible feet. They're like tennis shoes, but they're like cute tennis shoes. And I was like, these are great. I'm going to wear them for Italy. And I started wearing them last week, just like out and about, and they are hurting. They're rubbing my ankle. If I wear them with socks, I don't have that problem, but it's not as cute. You guys know the struggle. So that's still a little bit to be determined too. And I will tell you, part of my struggle has been figuring out, I start with like the beginning, what I want to wear to the airport, because then that kind of determines, okay, so I'm wearing those shoes to the airport. Do I want to pack another pair of shoes? And I just kind of can't decide what I want to wear for that long travel day. So I'm excited to see what I decide. Hopefully you guys stick around for that. So yeah, shoes and socks. So I don't, we'll see. And then for Reese, of course, undergarments, shirts, and shorts. And I need to add to this pants because, yes, even children are not exempt from the no knees, no shoulders policy. Now, Reese doesn't have anything that shows his shoulders. He doesn't like tank tops, but we had banked on him wearing shorts. So we have found at least one new pair of a very, very lightweight pant, just black pants we got at Target last week. And I think he has some other pairs that are pretty lightweight, but he's also a 10-year-old boy and grows really quickly. So we're gonna have to fashion show at lunch and have him try them on and decide. I think we're gonna need to take a couple pairs of pants. Yeah, so shirts, shorts, pants, hat, pajamas, and socks. I don't have shoes because I figure for him, whatever shoes he ends up wearing, and I think we know what ones he's gonna wear, those will be his shoes. Like we're not gonna worry about like different pairs of shoes, like those will be his shoes. So that'll be good. And then of course, sundries. So makeup, conditioner. I did buy some little travel containers. I know I have some. Honestly, the sundries is what makes me the most nervous with carry-on only. The clothes I'm not that nervous about, but I have a lot of liquids that I use, so maybe that's why I've been kind of putting this off too, because I feel like, oh gosh, oh man, which isn't my normal style. I don't know. Maybe I'm just tired. It's real hot. We're in a heat advisory like constantly, and it's the 5th of July. I don't know if you're from America, you know on the 4th of July we blow up things till late in the night, so it's just been really hot, really late nights lately. McDonald's Diet Coke. My Norwex rag, I use Norwex as like my soap, and for shaving, that's what I use, so that needs to come with us. Oh, and I need to add to this then like a plastic bag. Just throw probably a couple of plastic bags, so when we're going from one place to the other, anything that's wet can just stay in its own bag. Makeup remover wipes. Now, I do not use these. I don't think they work great when I have used them, and I try to use more reusable options. But this is one of the times that I am gonna take them and take my makeup off that way. It's not a liquid, so that's helpful. Cotton pads, I use reusable cotton pads normally. I do have some disposable ones, and I saw this hack. I don't, probably Pinterest. I'm gonna put a bunch in just a Ziploc bag and then I use them for eye makeup remover. So I'll pour the eye makeup remover on them so it's kind of like a makeup wipe, but my homemade one specifically with eye makeup remover solution on them. So that's not a liquid, but I can still use my eye makeup remover. I'm gonna just take hair gel. I'm not gonna take my mousse. I'm not taking my hair dryer. Normally my hair is really curly, so I'm just gonna take a bunch of bobby pins and we're just gonna see what Italy hair looks like and probably pin it on top of my head. But I do need some gel because otherwise it's not good. A comb, my contacts. So I'll be wearing contacts, but I always like to take an extra set. I have monthly, so they don't need to get changed while I'm there necessarily, but if I were to lose one, I really don't wanna wear glasses the rest of the time that I'm there. Contact solution, duh, that goes with it. My glasses though, I need to take, and those will probably actually be in my backpack because I figure when we take that last flight from Toronto to Venice, which is an overnight flight, I'll want to change out of my contacts and into my glasses. So sunscreen, and we have at least 2, maybe 3 sticks of sunscreen. So those won't be liquids. I know they don't go on quite as evenly. You have to be a little bit more careful about making sure you get everything covered. But especially if we're wearing pants, that will take care of some of the skin exposure. So yes, and I also have a special sunscreen. It's not special, it's Neutrogena, but it's for the face, and I've been using it almost 2 years. I haven't had any problems with it causing me to break out, so that is another sunscreen that will come with us. Deodorant, hairpins, toothbrush, toothpaste, all of that kind of stuff. Face wash. So I'm hoping one of my little containers, I'm just gonna squirt like 10 squirts. I usually use 1 squirt a night. So I'm like, okay, if I do like 10, that's more than enough to get me through cleaning my face. And then some basics for first aid. So I have Aleve, that's our pain reliever of choice. We have a pretty basic first aid kit with some Band-Aids and antiseptic stuff and that kind of thing. And then Imodium. Imodium mainly because Reese and I both get a little bit anxious about things. We both feel anxiety in our stomachs, and we get stomach aches sometimes when we're nervous. And so, yeah, that's coming with us. And then on my other, I have, again, I haven't mentioned it, the converter. So nope, that's not right though. It's an adapter. We are not taking a converter. everything we have can be plugged into a 110 outlet, but we do need an adapter so that we can actually plug it in. So we will be taking the adapter, we will be taking, and I'll show it to you. I will not demonstrate it for you though, because it would hurt your ears. I will say I'm going to be 40 soon, but my parents are still, I am still their child, and they're very worried about me going without Justin. So it's like a door stop, and when you turn it on and then you put it, okay, hand motion time. So if the door is going to open this way, you put it right here, and then if anything touches it, it lets out an ear piercing scream. So that would be, you know, when we're in our hotel room, especially if it's a long time, like overnight, as part of our routine, of course, you know, deadbolt it and lock it and all that kind of stuff. And then just turn this on and slip it next to the door. And then if our door were to get open for any reason, everyone will know. So yeah, okay. Hand gestures with Heather. Laundry soap. So I got, and I'm really excited about it, and it might be kind of a long-term thing that we do. I got laundry sheets. So they're thicker than I was thinking like a dryer sheet. They're thicker. The ones I got are a little bit more of a foamy substance. And it says you just take one and you throw it in a load of laundry, and eliminates a lot of the plastics. It eliminates, you know, the bulkiness and that kind of thing. Also, it's not a liquid. So I just took 2 of them and cut them into little squares, and I figure we can throw a square into a sink. That'll be laundry detergent, you know, rinse it, hang it, and then we can reuse those clothes. But obviously I ordered more. I think I got 24 sheets. I didn't get the biggest pack because I didn't know how it was going to work. But I am thinking as we travel around the country, like that might be a really good thing to take with us, because I'm going to be doing laundry and it's a box versus like a huge tub. Okay, this is another thing I'm not sure. I really like it. It's a crossbody bag. It's not huge, but it's not small. I like that it's crossbody. There's a lot of compartments. There is a compartment kind of on the back side of it, so you can put things in there that's like against your back. I would wear it, I think, a lot of the times actually the zippered part here, the bag part here. But again, a lot of the places that we're going, as I'm reading more and more, they're pretty stringent about the size of bags that you can keep or take in. So I don't know if it's worth it. Like I may as well just carry my backpack around most of the time, because if I'm gonna have to check that crossbody bag, I may as well just check my backpack. I don't know, TBD on that one, TBD. Headphone charger. So for the wireless headphones, I need that. Masks. I mean, it just changes constantly. Like I said, Mexico, I think the best way to go about it is to always have masks available. Put them on whenever you don't feel quite comfortable. I will be wearing them as much as I can in the airport and on the airplane. Obviously, like eating and drinking, I'll take them off. Yeah, and just if somebody asks you to wear one, you wear one, and it's not a big deal, and you just have them ready and available, and we have a ton, so that's not a problem. And then my fan. So again, if you saw the Mexico video, I have and I actually took it yesterday. We had to go outside for a bit, and I took it. It was fully charged. It's just a little fan, and you can charge it and then use it wirelessly, but what I tend to do is just overnight, I have it just plugged in and just blowing right on my face to help. So that's my list. Next, I'm going to keep working on laundry. I'm going to go through Rick Steve's packing list and see if there's anything I need to add to this packing list. And then I think I'm going to start throwing things on the bed. So stay tuned for that. Okay, I'm back. And the bed is full. And I have my helper, Reese. Wave, Reese. Okay, so here, if you've watched the other packing videos, you know I just take over the king-size bed and the ironing board and kind of showing you what we're taking. So like I said, went with dresses. So I've had this dress forever. It's just a button down, easy breezy, hopefully breezy, doesn't require ironing. Then I have another like midi black dress. Whoops, it has a belt that fell down. Hopefully that stays somewhat decently, not wrinkled. We'll roll, we always roll. I have this pink skirt with just a black 3/4 length shirt. I have a black pantsuit that I'm taking. This is a navy dress. I actually really like this dress. I don't wear it very often. It's kind of one of those things, you know, you kind of forget about them. So I have that, and it has some shoulder coverage. I have this long maxi skirt that's navy with just a gray shirt. This dress I also like a lot. It's a button down. It doesn't go all the way to my knees, so that'll have to be something that I wear on a day where I'm not going to a religious site. I have my jumpsuit from Old Navy here, and then I just have this really thin cardigan. Like you can kind of even, yeah, you can see through it. I got it in Vegas one time from H&M because I was so cold, but I think it'll be good. It'll provide coverage for the shoulders, but it's not hot. Then this is what I'm planning on wearing home. So just some comfy elastic waist pants, because it's going to be, you know, that first hour is 10 and a half. First flight is 10 and a half hours. Reverse that. With just a t-shirt. And then I'll probably end up wearing my denim jacket, but this is also what I'm wearing on the plane. So this is what I'll wear on Friday when we go. Okay. I have some other random things here, but we'll get back to the middle of the bed. We're just doing the corners. So for Reese, we ended up finding 3. There's only 2 here, buddy. I thought we had 3 pairs. Oh, we do have 3 pairs of pants. One of them he's wearing, so we can wash those. So we have, these are those new ones that are really thin. These are a little bit thicker, so we'll have to see. Then we have 3 pairs of shorts that are very, very thin material. And then we have a couple of fancy button-down shirts. So he has chosen these, and actually these 2 are both dry fit, so that will be nice. And then we have a variety of just other t-shirts that will provide that shoulder coverage, and 3 of the 4 are also that dry fit material. So we're going for cool and quick drying. We have some pajamas. You can see I grabbed some plastic bags. Again, if we've washed something that's not quite dry and we need to move, they can go in the suitcase that way. I did decide to go ahead. I'm going to take this. This is the crossbody bag that I keep referencing. Obviously, I need to take some things off of it, but I think this will just be good for those day trips when we're out and about. And then I'll also have this little bag. I got to put the strap on it, and this can hold my phone. This is what I usually use in Mexico. This can hold my phone, so that will be good. This I have on the bed because this will go in we're carrying on only, but this will go in the carry-on above the bin. Here, and Reese, can you open this for me? I'm gonna have my helper here show you the water bottle. So you can see it just slips off, and then it goes like that. And then as soon as you open the top, can you open it? As soon as you open the top, it kind of fills up on its own with air. And then we can just fill it with water. And then when we need to pack it, we can just roll it up and close it up. And it's really small. You have to have the lid off to roll it up. We don't have a money belt. My parents had a money belt, but it was broken. So I went to Target, and this isn't a money belt. This is like a money necklace thing. But definitely think it's good for carrying all the things and wearing underneath some clothes. Here is our mask box. I don't know how many masks we're gonna end up taking. I'm not gonna keep them in that box, but you can see we have my lifesaver of a fan, and the cord is just right there, along with, I'll just grab these, along with a portable charger #1 and portable charger #2. This one's not great, but you know what? In a pinch, it's small, it'll work. I'm still working on sundries and amenities, so I just got these for a couple. I got this. I don't really know. I did buy one like travel size thing, so I've got the Sharpie here ready to label some things. Again, some of our other things, these are those laundry sheets that I've just cut up into little squares, the makeup wipes, and some first aid stuff. More first aid stuff is in there. We've got to get to that. These are the bags that we'll be taking along with our backpack. So my backpack, and Reese will have his. And then on the ironing board, which is serving as my desk, I have our passports with our immunization cards, some tissues, because you just always need that. These are all of our travel documents, the infamous green folder. I have one of my pair of headphones, because I'll probably use the other ones before, well, no, one of them I can pack. I've got some pens, some hand sanitizers. We got these for Christmas, I think. Oh, they're still good for a couple months. I thought these will be good because they're not liquids. They don't need to go in the bags. Our other thing of sanitizing wipes, and then 1 or 2 quart bags, one for Reese, one for me, to carry all of my liquids. So that's where we are for now. I think we're gonna start putting things in the suitcase. Okay, so I am really happy. It was overwhelming and we're hungry. Don't pack when you're hungry. But we got all of our clothes, plus some extra things like the fan, the jewelry, some wet wipes. We got all of that in one of the suitcases. So our other suitcase, what we've done, I have a bunch of these kind of, I don't know, I guess they're kind of like packing cubes. I've had them forever. So we made this one our medical stuff. So you can see like our Imodium and Band-Aids and some extra masks are in there. We also put the plastic bags in here. And then this is that little purse that I might take out occasionally. Then on this side, all we have is the crossbody bag. This is that alarm I was telling you guys about. So my dad put tape over the end so it doesn't accidentally get turned on and then go off. Okay. So then Reese has his backpack. This will be one of our bags of liquids. And still to go in here is your computer and charger probably will go in there. But he's got a blanket in there. Anything else in there? Cards. He has the deck of cards in there. So yeah, and then my backpack, again, I'm gonna use one of these. This, I decided I'm just gonna hold like electronic stuff. So this is gonna be headphones. Down here I have my portable charger. So then I can just take this whole thing out. I have it back in here, all of our like wet wipes kinds of things and sanitizing wipes. I have our documents down in there. I have a scarf that can also kind of be a blanket. I have our passports, pens, I do have some Kleenexes, and then our water bottle over here. And obviously I know not to have anything in those pockets in the big areas, but if someone pilfers my thing of Kleenexes, then it is what it is. So still to go in this bag will be the Rick Steves book because I want to keep that handy. I think that's it. Oh, my wallet. I haven't figured out the money situation. I need to get that organized, but that's very small. And then the only things left for that suitcase over there are these bags. So these we can't really finish yet. So we've started our second bag of liquids. I have another hand sanitizer if we have room. That's gonna go in there. I have just a couple more things that'll need to go in there Friday morning. And then this is all of like deodorant and sunscreen and that kind of stuff that's not liquid. So just a couple more things to go in there. But this will easily fit in there, and then this will just go in my backpack. And honestly, once we get through security, I might take that out of my backpack and just shove in that other bag. But I think our list is probably 95% done. You think? At least 95% done, and we got a bunch of space. So I think we're doing great. This might be the final one, or we might have one more check-in before we fly out. All right, it is the morning of Italy. It's Italy Day. We won't get to Italy till tomorrow, but today's the day we leave. So this is really the final part of our packing. I've actually just had to move some things over because we had space. So here is one of our carry-ons that we'll be putting in the overhead bin. So we have lots of masks, and then in here we're kind of calling it our medical bag. It has like Tylenol, Pepto-Bismol, Imodium, all of those types of things. Just some extra clothes, plastic bags, just if we need them. These are like amenities that aren't liquid. Over here I put some clothes, again, because we had the space. Our door alarm, the crossbody bag, and the fan. Then this bag I just zipped up, but this just has clothes in it. So that's all of our other clothes that aren't in there. They actually fit all of our clothes, but again, sorry, I'm out of breath. We had some room. So I thought, well, I'll put some in there, just kind of divide the weight a little bit. And then here we have our backpack. So we're just about ready to go. This liquids bag will go in my backpack along with our chargers and headphones bag. I'm gonna leave my phone plugged in as long as I can. So that'll be kind of a last minute thing, but that shouldn't be a big deal. And of course our Rick Steves book, that will also go in my backpack. And then we have another bag of liquids, and that will go in Reese's backpack along with his laptop, maybe his charger. The charger might go in my bag. So I went this morning early because of course I couldn't sleep, and grabbed some like actual protein bars, not like granola bars, like actual protein ones just to kind of help. But so far all flights are on time and ready to go. So that'll be it for this video. Go ahead and subscribe if you want to see the rest of what we do in Italy.